Right, so this is coming apart with a 5/8. Let me just keep unscrewing that. The thermostat housing is really on there, so I'll have to get something under there and just lift that and put a new gasket on there anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. What's that? Right, needs a bit more investigation before I just pull that off. Yep, I'll have a look at that first before we pull that off. Okay, so the thermostat was not easy to get off. Had to tease out this old cork gasket and then lift it up. And inside here is it's pretty horrible. Now that is the temperature sensor. I had trouble getting that off, so I went and looked at the MG Guru website, who said, to be honest, don't remove this bolt with a spanner. You actually need to use one of these round ended spanners, otherwise you can risk damaging this nut. And then the whole thing, which is amazing when you think of this car in the form of nuts and bolts and wooden floor, this little pipe, it's protected by this spring and it winds along the side. It should be attached along the side of this engine with a little bracket underneath this heater valve, and there's a series of loops, because if it's taut with the engine rattling it can break, and it disappears through the bulkhead and goes up to the temperature sensor of the car. Now amazingly, it's actually filled with ether, and as the temperature of the water gets hot it expands the ether, and it's a bit like a barometer which moves the needle in the car, and it's very easy to break. It's an expensive little part, and this was absolutely held in rigidly, but I managed to get just a tiny little bar, and with a bit of loosening fluid it actually pulls out. But it probably is damaged, it's certainly been pinched, but I think the only way I know there's still ether in there is to probably put it into some hot water and see if it actually moves the temperature gauge. I think when the engine was out before, they probably broke the old pipe which emerges here, so it probably has had a replacement wire at some point. And hopefully, if this is alright, I'll still, when the dashboard comes out, I'll still gently manoeuvre this pipe and wire back through the firewall there and remove it with the temperature gauge, and then we'll test it. So once again, MG Guru, absolutely the Bible for this. Barney Gaylord is really up on this. He also suggests when it's refitted to bring it out, he clips it with a loop onto the pipe to the radiator and runs it behind this sort of heater pipe, so it's well out of the way of everything. So we'll look at that, but as I say, always just read that MG Guru first. Caught me out really. Now up this end we've got some big problems. All these screws holding all these plates and brackets are absolutely solid. So I think we might have to start drilling these out. I might even try heating them up a little bit first, but I'm just going to start by just gently taking all of this stuff out first and exposing everything else. Okay, this big pipe just pulls off the front of the heater box. It takes quite a bit of effort, but there's no clamps or anything like that holding it on. Ooh, that came off straight away. Good. Another job jobbed.